Good morning, CG. I'm Gaurav.
And I'm Ben.
And we have your CGTV broadcast for Friday, September 9th.
Plenty of students enjoy taking to the stage and performing in CG's theater program, but the program has taken on a new director this year. Genevieve Konajewski and Layla Raver bring you her plans for the program.
Miss Tori, the new theater teacher, has had theater as a part of her life for a long time. Her new position is an opportunity to project her vision onto the Center Grove Theater Department.
I went to Ball State University for theater education and for technical theater. So I also have been doing theater since I was 3, so I've kind of grown up and been doing a lot of theater.
Tori views theater as a space for everyone and wants to communicate that to her students.
So my first change that I made was I eliminated all the fees to be in the show because I believe that theater is for everyone and I didn't want to have theater be a financial burden for any of the students. So that was definitely number one, was making theater not cost as much as it originally would. So theater is, in my eyes, it's a home for everyone. I like the idea that theater can be for anyone, no matter of how much you know about theater or how much you don't know. It's kind of a safe space for everyone of any gender or anything along those lines. So I really want to make sure that in the theater department, it feels like a safe space.
Tori already has multiple classes that are available to students and plans to include more in the future so everyone can find something they would enjoy in the theater department.
I'm also hoping to grow my in-school program by adding more theater classes and giving more people opportunities outside of just like acting or regular tech, so that they are like playwriting classes and things like that.
Tori hopes that in the future, the new theater program will be able to successfully thrive under her direction.
Thanks, Genevieve and Layla.
CG has many incredibly musically talented students, one of which is Benjamin Helton, a junior with an extreme passion for all things piano and organ related. Logan Meyer caught up with Helton to examine his love for music.
Junior Ben Helton plays bass in symphonic orchestra, but has another musical skill he cultivates on his own: organ.
Well, I first saw organs at my church downtown, and I was like, I wanted to play that, and then my mom said, well, you've got to learn piano first, and so I started taking piano lessons about a decade ago, and then finally got reacquainted with theater organ circles over this past year or so, and started taking lessons this spring. Yeah, I play in ISMA every year for piano, and I have done several other competitions with piano on top of my semi-annual recitals. It's through my private lessons teacher. We have 2 recitals per year, normally at local churches, and we will work on a couple pieces and develop them over the span of a few months and get them ready to play, and then we get together and play them. But I do enjoy playing pieces that I've worked on for a while, especially works by George Gershwin, Irving Berlin, Drum Kern, the Great American Songbook, really.
Over the last decade, Helton has also learned a lot about the inner workings of pianos and organs.
Well, piano's pretty self-explanatory. The piano works just like any other, even though it's a player. So you just press down on the keys, and that actuates a pretty complex mechanism called the action, that in turn has felt-covered hammers hit the strings, producing the sound. But with the organ, it's a bit different. This one's electronic, but it's based on instruments where wind goes through different sets of pipes. So you've got lots of different sound opportunities, including percussion effects. And then, just lots of different pipe sounds, and it can even replicate other instruments in the orchestra, like chimes and piano.
Helton participates in ISMA, semi-annual recitals, and competitions with piano, but is also involved in community organizations focused on the organ.
No, I'd love to have organ become more publicly known. We've actually got a chapter of the Central Indiana Theater Organ Society here, and we've got meetings regularly, and we're trying to get as many new members as we can. Frankly, most of the members are getting older, and passing away, and we really need more young members to keep this music alive. So we have regular events, and every now and again we'll have public concerts. Like every year at the Elder Circle Theater for Yuletide, their big Christmas celebration. There's a theater organ in the theater that gets played before performances, playing lots of Christmas tunes, and yeah, that can be a great way to get people more acquainted with the instrument. I've always enjoyed being able to sit down at the piano and play songs that I love, and there have been a few times where when I'm playing publicly, people will stop and listen to me and say that they've got a certain connection with whatever I've just played, and that's really special, to be able to connect with others through, music, which is often referred to as the universal language.
Thanks, Logan.
CG's varsity tennis team is in full swing this year. Charlie LaRocca brings you a look at a student leader of the team.
As one of the few upperclassmen on the varsity lineup this year, junior Max Williams has been challenged to be a leader.
I feel like I do have a little bit of responsibility because they kind of need someone to look up to, and as good as they are, everybody usually looks up to somebody on the team, so I feel like as an upperclassman that's kind of my job.
In the eyes of his coach, he has stepped up to the challenge and has been a positive role model for his teammates.
He's a junior this year, so he's really stepped up in the leader role. And again, taking that upperclassman level and just supplying and leading everybody else. So there's 4 doubles guys for tennis, and so he's been one of the guys that stepped up every match, leading everybody by his energy.
As a leader, Max goes out of his way to energize and support his teammates.
Energy is a lot, yelling, supporting people. Just like if I see my teammate win a point, I'll say let's go or get up, and that usually seems to help. And we all kind of do it to each other, so it's kind of like we all help each other.
Max's positive attitude and energetic nature inspires his teammates to play better.
That's all we have for you today, CG. Bye.
Bye.